Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today is June 11, Thursday. It's currently 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. Let's get into today's recap. I just want to talk about some stuff with y'all after the recap is done. But man, let's just get into it, man. So coming into today, I'm just gonna start from the weekly. Once again, I really just love breaking it down, doing a full top-down analysis of how market is looking. So coming into today, we tapped into this weekly bullish gap, right? On Monday, at the top of the week, we tapped into this weekly bullish gap, and we can see that we are not displacing, but we are trading out of the weekly gap, right? And so every morning I'm coming in, just looking at doing a top-down analysis. I see that we tapped into the weekly gap. I see we tapped into this daily bullish gap. I go down to the 4-hour and I see we put in this SMT with ES, right? Right here we see that we put in an SMT with ES. And so those are just off rip using my three higher time frame, using my three higher time frames, I can see that I'm bullish on the day. So I'm not going to be looking for nothing but longs, right? I think I could go ahead and delete all this. I'm going to just leave that, but I'm looking for strictly longs today due to the fact that everything is showing me that we're bullish, right? So let's just start from on the 1-hour. Actually, let's go down to the 15. Okay, y'all can see the two plays I took already, but so I'm now also looking at my 30-minute gap, which we have one 30-minute gap right here, and we have another 30-minute gap right here. We have these two 30-minute gaps. Now coming into market open, I was bullish, but the lower time frame was showing me that we were sort of bearish. And at the open, I potentially wanted to see us maybe tag into this gap, come down and then go higher. Or I wanted to see, off the open, us trade lower into this 30-minute and then go higher to our draws above, right? Obviously we see that we have this 30-minute bullish gap that even though we did tag into it, it's still an area of interest for me because it's a higher time frame PD array, right? We come down to the 15-minute. I think we could just go straight down to the 1-minute right now. Okay, so this is our open, and if we let this run, we see that we have our 30-minute unmitigated above, and we have this 30-minute gap right here that I've signified with the line. And right here, I was looking for longs now. If I was looking for a sweep of this low, and we also did have news this morning. I think I should mention that. We didn't really have a data wick, but this was the wick that was left at 7:34. So I potentially went to see a sweep of this low and then a pullback higher for longs. But we ended up displacing. We ended up displacing lower, right? As you can see right here, and right here we didn't get the sweep that I wanted, but we did end up putting in an SMT with ES. And due to, once again, looking at the 4-hour daily and weekly bullish gap or weekly time frames, I saw that I can be bullish and I like this play off for it. Let me go back to full screen. So once again, we failed to sweep out this low, but I like the bullish SMT. I liked all my confluences. We are back in this 30-minute bullish gap. We didn't sweep out this low, but that was enough for me to want to take this this long. So I'll talk about this, but we are on the 30-second time frame today. If we look at the 30-second, if we look at the 30-second, we have these two 30-second bearish gaps right here. As we can see, right, we have these two 30-second bearish gaps, and I'm just looking for an entry trigger. So right here, they say you're supposed to wait for the highest time frame inversion, which was this 1 minute. As we can see, we do have this 1 minute bearish gap right here that if we inverse, we could take longs off of. But I'm just so confident, and this is where discretion and just market time and market experience comes in, because I front ran the 1 minute gap, and I took this 30-second inverse right here. I guess I should add a 30-second box, I guess. But I took this 30-second bearish inverse, and I'm in off this candle. I like my draws. I like targeting this 30-minute unmitigated gap right here. I like these highs that we put in, and I get tagged in, and we instantly run. Now, right here, I didn't expect us to, keep running past this 30-minute unmitigated, but I was cool with getting my cheese off the table. And that was the first play I took. We ended up sweeping out London high, and if we go to the 15-minute time frame. Also, another reason I like that long, by the way, before I move to the next play, we can see that, just look at how beautiful this respect is to this 1 hour bullish gap. We have this 1 hour bullish gap right here. We look like we're trading lower. We tap into this 30-minute that has been mitigated. We leave SMT at the lows, and we close above the 1 hour, or we close in the 1 hour. That just shows you how bullish we are. If we were looking for shorts, we would have definitely disrespected this bullish gap right here. And so that first play was pretty A++ to me. I don't think it gets any better than that. Now, going back to the second play of the day. The second play of the day was, we have this 15-minute bearish gap right here, right? We just swept out London. We swept out all our buy side, and we tap into a unmitigated 15-minute bearish gap. And we're just looking for a internal, or technically external to internal play, right? We're now looking for a external to internal play, right, where we tag into our PD array, and we are now looking to trade back into the range. So we have this 15-minute bearish gap right here. We just swept out London high, and we just let this run. We let this run a little bit. Whoa, okay. I thought I was getting ahead of myself, but we let this run, and right here we leave this 1 minute gap. And this is sort of the play that was that we saw yesterday. There was a short to the data lows yesterday that I didn't take. This is technically a different type of play, but similar characteristics, I should say. But we have this 1 minute bullish gap right here, and due to the fact that we tapped into the 15-minute bearish gap, we swept out all our buy side. We swept out London. I know I can take the short, and I'm going break even right here. I'm potentially targeting these lows, and maybe even lower if we can get it to this low right here. I'm sort of seeing the same play that we had yesterday, and I think I took a 30-second. Was there? Yeah, I took a 30-second. Man, the 30. I'm gonna talk about that after this, but we have this 30-second bearish gap right here, and we just enter off of it, right? We get a perfect entry. I have my stops at the highs, and we just run. Now, I did get out right. Where did I get out? I think right here. Yeah, I got out right there. And we did end up running. So I'll talk about that after, but we did end up running. I do believe we tapped into a 15-minute bullish gap now. I do think we tapped into a 15-minute. Okay, yeah, we did tap into a 15-minute bullish gap. And then obviously all of this is just after me, but those are the two plays I took today. Let me show executions. Right? Oh, this was a mistake. But we had these longs and then the shorts. Where did I get out at? 877. Oh, a little wrap cap. I got out a little bit earlier. Okay, I got out right here at my break even. Price was starting to waver here, so I was a little concerned, so I had just got out. But let me show y'all boys P&L. So on my Lucid accounts, so right now I have one funded, which is this one right here, and I have two evals, which are these ones right here. I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, because now that I have my funded, I want to be risking accordingly, but that means that my evals, which I'm usually trading 1 mini on, are also now having to be risked accordingly. So I'm pretty sure I might have to get trade copy again to, just trade as efficiently as possible. 1 second, y'all. Okay, so as y'all can see right here on this Apex account, I bought this Apex account yesterday for CPI, didn't pass CPI, actually hit the daily loss limit. So the first play I showed y'all in this recap, I took on this Apex account, but I didn't take it on my Lucid accounts, just because sometimes it's hard to like get the best execution on both. I'm using TradingView for one, I'm using Trade-of-8 for the other. So I didn't get to take the first bid on my Lucid accounts, but I did take it on my Apex account. And then I also took the second bid on my Apex account, but I didn't, and I took it on the Lucid. So the Apex account today caught both trades, so I'm up 3,000 on it, 1,300 away from passing it. And then once again, I have these Lucid accounts. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get trade copy again, just so I could trade both or all 4 accounts as efficiently as possible without losing days or missing out on free cheese, because I could have passed the evals today on this play or this play, but I'm trying to risk accordingly. And then as y'all can see, I didn't used to have the 30-second time frame on TradingView, but I used to what I'm trying to say is I was using Trade-of-8 to look at the 30-second time frame and look at 30-second fair value gaps. But it's June. I'm trying to steward what I have. I'm trying to be as optimal as possible. And you just need to spend money to get to where you want to be. So I ended up copying the 30-second time frame on TradingView. Just trying to be as efficient as possible. I don't really like using Trade-of-8 to look at the 30-second time frame, so it's like, why not just do it all in one? And I'm thinking I'll probably get Trade Copier back just so I could copy trade all 4 accounts as efficiently as possible. Hopefully I can pass this account right here by tomorrow. This one is not going to be passed by tomorrow just due to consistency, but and then I'll look to pass the Apex account tomorrow as well. So going into next week, I want to have 3 funded accounts, and I'm just trying to steward what God has given me. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but it's a new month, it's a new year for me. If you know, like, I'm just trying to be as consistent as possible, stay in process, reading what market is telling me, taking the easy plays, taking the obvious plays. I think we're on a 4-trade win streak right now too, by the way, which I haven't had in so long. I think I could show y'all. So yeah, we have today's bid, these 2 bids. I didn't trade yesterday on my Lucid accounts, and then 2 bids yesterday a break even and a win, right? And then I had this win on Monday as well, break even, and then a re-entry on the same play essentially. So, you know, I'm on a win streak. June has been looking really good to me. Shout out to God, man. I'm getting paid out by the end of the month, hopefully. Or not hopefully, by the grace of God, I should say. Potentially even at the end of next week, that's a possibility for me. So, just gonna keep stewarding, gonna keep staying in process. Why not us, Same, same mantra every day, same. Every day. But that's it. All glory to God, man. He does it every single day. Yep, why not us?